Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Kelsey. I am a 6th year homeschooler to 3 children ages 10, 6, and 1. And today I wanted to give a 6-week update on my first grader's independent work. So if you want to know more about how our group subjects went using the Heart of Dakota, I will link that video right up here. But in this video, I want to basically talk about my first graders, things like reading, writing, and math, just like how all of that is going. Honestly, we've been dealing with a little bit of attitude and I think just a lot going on with a new baby coming and still trying to cope with having, you know, a 1-year-old around and things like that. And so I've definitely noticed it into school, and so we've had to practice a lot of patience and make some adjustments and things like that. But overall, most of the time, school with my first grader is kind of no nonsense. We just stick to reading, writing, and math, and then I'll kind of talk a little bit about our science and history for him. As far as his independent stuff goes, he has just been doing BJU Math Level 1, and he actually really enjoys it. It's really not anything super crazy. We just do a front and back page together every day, and not a big deal. He actually started this book way before we started the school year because we had gotten it and he just wanted to jump right in. So he actually is on chapter 5 right now, and this takes us about a week or two to get through. So he's moving at this pretty quickly, but he's doing really, really well with it. So I had showed you guys in my other video some of the grammar that he has been doing. And honestly, I'm not big on teaching grammar at such a young age, but there are some things that I wanted to talk about with him, like things like nouns, verbs, adjectives, capitalization, punctuation, things like that. And so I found these on Teachers Pay Teachers. They were very affordable, and I generally pick the ones that have to do with fine motor skills. So things like cutting and gluing and all of that. So he really enjoys those. They have some that have coloring pages. And so we kind of talk about what's a noun, and then he will, you know, put all the nouns on there or color all the nouns or whatever it might be. And so we are doing these on Tuesdays and Thursdays or Mondays and Wednesdays. I don't know. We just do 2 a week. And then for spelling, I had showed you guys some CVC worksheets that we had gotten from Teachers Pay Teachers, and he kind of went through those pretty quickly. And so I actually found these books at the thrift store either last year or a couple years ago, and so he's just been working on one of these like a day. So on, I think, Tuesdays and Thursdays we do spelling, so he'll just do this one day, do this another day, this another day. They also have some pages like this for phonics, and so he enjoys doing this. So on some of the days he'll do this, and then as a reward he'll get to color the pictures. He really enjoys coloring. He's really into coloring right now. He also has his calendar that he does. I love these calendar pages. I think these are from 1-2-3 Homeschool for Me. Yes, they are. I used them with my oldest when he was in kindergarten, and it's just great practice for your months and your days of the week. Also ordinal numbers. You know, we'll say yesterday was the 17th, so today's the 18th, and then he'll trace them. And he really enjoys doing these as well. And at the beginning of the month, he gets to color the picture. So he's been really liking that. Something I did not share because I kind of decided at the last minute was, I think we were talking about doing copy work, but I noticed when he was copying things down, he just did not have great letter formation. And a lot of that is because when I was trying to teach him how to form letters, he was so determined that he could just do it on his own, that he would just do it. And so it wasn't something I really wanted to press at the time. He's actually been really, really loving these this Handwriting Without Tears workbook. And so we literally will do this a couple days a week. If he's doing his spelling where he has a lot of writing, or even his math if he has a lot of writing, we don't do handwriting that day. But I mean, they're very short pages. This is the first grade workbook, so sometimes he might just do a page like this, or he might do both pages depending on what it is. So for this one, he would probably just do 1 page this day, 1 page this day. But some of them, if they're both pretty short, like this one, he would do this one in a whole day because they're just very simple and short. And he's really enjoying these. I've noticed his letter formation is much better. His penmanship and handwriting just looks so much better. So these are going really well. I think I'll get the kindergarten book for my daughter when that time comes because I'm really loving these. I don't really love The Good and the Beautiful in the younger grades. I don't really like the way they just seem very hard to read to me. Their old version I liked a lot better, so I just kind of wanted to explain since we do use one for my older son and this one for my younger. So that's why I went with this one instead. I tried to start doing this on Fun School Friday. This is Kate Snow's Addition Facts That Stick. She is the same author that does the Math with Confidence series. I had this for my older son when he was in like 2nd, 3rd grade because he still hadn't had his addition facts mastered. They're kind of just like fun games and activities that you can do to master your addition facts. My 1st grader did not like it at all. It was like a big deal, a big meltdown, so I did not bother with that. I think this will be something that we will try again, maybe at the end of the school year, beginning of 2nd grade. But so far he's actually picking up his math facts pretty quickly. So just wanted to share that this resource does not work for everyone at every age and stage. So for phonics, we are still in the All About Reading level 1, and I anticipated we would finish this in about August or September. He is on lesson 49, and there are 53 lessons. So he is just about done. The last few lessons are just reading, so you're reading 2 books or so. So we pretty much just read a book a day, and then sometimes there's a different phonics lesson thrown in there, but we're kind of past the point where a phonics lesson can take 3 or 4 days. So I think he'll be done with this in the next probably week or 2, and still contemplating on what I want to do. I had originally intended on him going straight into level 2. I really love All About Reading. It worked so well for my oldest. I love the way that they introduce concepts. I love the activities that they have, the books. I love everything about All About Reading. I will share though that he has been reading. So I had this level K reader from when Liam did The Good and the Beautiful several years ago. And there are several words in here that I would consider sight words that he has not learned yet, and he can just read them. Like, I don't know how he learned to read them. Like, they're not ones that you would just pick up from context necessarily. He can just read them. Not all of them. Some of them I still have to fill in, but he really loves to read this book, and he's gotten Cat in the Hat at the library, and he read the whole thing. It took him 2 days, but he read the whole thing, and I maybe only had to help him with 15% of the words. So I am going back and forth on maybe if we should continue into level 2 like I had originally intended, or if we should maybe go ahead and try an accelerated program like The Good and the Beautiful. The Good and the Beautiful did not work super well for my oldest. All About Reading did. I had not planned on going back to The Good and the Beautiful. I don't know. I really love that, you know, The Good and the Beautiful is kind of like so many different things, like spelling and geography and art study and reading and phonics and all of that kind of stuff, whereas All About Reading is just phonics and reading, and I like to be able to kind of keep the 2 separate. So I don't know, let me know down in the comments, what do you use for your 1st grader for reading and phonics? Like I said, he really loves to read. Getting him to read is no big deal. He will bring me books all day long and sit and just read and read and read. Total opposite of my oldest. So I'm still deciding what we're gonna do on that, but so far he has almost completed All About Reading. As far as history and science goes, I do not believe that kids in this age need a dedicated curriculum. Even most kids in elementary don't really need a science curriculum, in my opinion, and in the opinion of a lot of science teachers and curriculum creators. But we have been including him in our Heart of Dakota units, and he has really been enjoying the read aloud. Our current read aloud for history is Tolliver's Secret, and he's loving this book. He loves a lot of the read alouds and that type of stuff, and doing the hands-on activities and all that. For science, he's really been into the experiments and things like that. And then I've also been picking him up books like this at the library. We've been using our nature anatomy book and doing some nature journaling, and also getting books like this from the library to go along with our nature anatomy unit. So we're just kind of just doing it all. I think that something I would like to incorporate more is maybe picking up some classic picture books for him. I think he really enjoys sitting down and reading with me, and so by picking up some of those, maybe even doing like a literature unit, you know, on Fridays or something like that, I just feel like, I don't know, I just feel like I want to add a little bit more enrichment for him to kind of make things a little bit more fun and exciting for him. I think since I do have a 5th grader that needs a lot of extra help and attention, he gets done with his school so quickly and so easily that it's almost kind of boring for him. And so, you know, I don't want it to be boring because it's hard, and I don't want it to be boring because it's easy. I want him to enjoy it. He's also doing piano and soccer and has really been enjoying those. So that's kind of everything we've been doing for the last 6 weeks. I probably won't make a mid-year update because I will have just had a baby, but I will try to maybe make another end of the year video, or maybe one in between now and then. I don't really know. But as always, I love talking to you guys down in the comments, so make sure to leave those below. Subscribe if you have not already, and I will see you guys next time. Bye. Happy homeschooling.